quote, the truth, the whole truth, and the truth that we got. I did. We got to see. Can you say and spell your name for that?
Vincent Hardeman, Vinson, Hardeman, Hardimon.
Mr. Hardeman, why don't you introduce yourself to the jury? Tell them where you grew up, what your date of birth is.
I grew up in East Atlanta off of Moreland Avenue, and I was born 2/8/1983.
How old are you now?
I just turned 30.
On December 16th, 2011. How old were you?
28.
How tall are you?
I'm actually 6 foot even.
With your shoes on, are you 6'1"?
Yeah, about 6'1".
All right. How much do you weigh?
145 with clothes, probably close to 150.
Is that with your clothes on or your clothes off? You weigh yourself with your clothes on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any children?
Yes, 3.
How old are they?
4, 6, and 8.
What's your educational background?
I attended college for 1 year.
Where'd you go to school?
Atlanta Tech.
How long ago was that?
2012. 2.
2002.
Right.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm an artist. I was an artist at the time, but before that I was a part of promotion and planning.
What are your mom and dad's names?
Gail and Ricky Hardeman.
Hi, are they here in court today?
Yes, they are.
Mr. Hardeman, I'm going to bring your attention to the studio. What is the name of the studio you were associated with in 2012 and immediately prior to then?
Star Status Studio.
Right. Where's that located?
1074 Memorial Drive.
When did you first become affiliated with them? What did you do for them? Explain that to the jury.
Well, I came affiliated with them. Me and John really, grew up together in the neighborhood. But I came affiliated probably like over the summer of 2011. They had already leased the building and was kind of having, financial problems. So, I came forth with, the whole dream and plan to help build and develop a studio in the inside.
All right. What would you do? Were you equity? Were you elbow grease? How would you help?
Well, we had a verbal agreement. We'll go to, it's like a kind of like a swap meet down at the drive-in theater 6 in the morning. So, we can buy, stuff for the studio like chairs, benches, stuff at a liquidated price. So, I just helped John build the studio from the inside.
And in addition to helping John, were you working on your craft?
Yeah.
And what is your craft?
I'm a rap artist.
How much time would you spend there?
A slew of amounts. Like, I would stay the night sometimes working on music. I didn't start staying the night until we actually built the studio inside, though.
Would you help? Would you ever give him a little bit of money?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that in cash, check?
Cash.
All right. And was this all just an agreement that you all had that you would help out?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let's move to December 16th, 2011. You remember that day?
Yes, I do.
All right. Why don't you tell the jury when is the first time you recall getting to the studio?
Well, I got to the studio around about 3 o'clock because I stayed the night before recording. So I got up probably like 10 o'clock, did some more little recording, and a friend of mine came and said, the video, which I was aware of, we was renting out the studio for Gucci for the day. It was set to take place at around 2 o'clock. So he was like, you need to go get ready, you still look like yesterday. So I said, okay. I left there, I went to the store, purchased an Adidas shirt, pair of Adidas shoes, and I left the store and went to my mom and dad's house, which is like a mile from the studio, to take a shower, change clothes, and get back to the studio. Before I left my mom and dad's house, my dad told me he needed a truck, which I was driving, to, you know, run some errands. So I said, okay, that's fine, I'm gonna be at the studio all day. You can just drop me off at the studio. So when we got to the studio was packed. We couldn't even pull in the parking lot. He just let me out in front on Memorial Drive right there. So Gucci, everybody was outside. You know, he got all his cars out there. You know, the place is packed. It's probably, like I said, it's like 3 o'clock by now, so they had got there and they setting up the camera equipment and everything like that. So I go inside the front door, and as soon as I go inside the front door, to my right is the concession stand, where we, you know, try to sell concession to help pay the bills of the studio, along with renting out the studio for, you know, studio time. So nobody was at the concession stand. So to my left, my immediate left, the first room, it was a whole bunch of video models.